But then there's this picture. This picture is circulating again. This is an old picture, been around for a long time. You know it's old because several people in this picture are no longer with us, meaning Andre Harrell. That would be the baby girl, Aaliyah. Right next to her is Diddy, and next to Diddy is J Lo. This is a very young J Lo, and she looks really high. Maybe cocaine high, eyes are popping out of her head. And then there's some other woman. I don't know who she is or if she's anyone that we would know. And then there's Dame Dash over on the other side. And then they're in this big ass bed. They're in this big ass bed that's big enough to comfortably hold them all. And doesn't it remind you of the big ass bed that Diddy had recently? You know, the bed that all the celebrities was coming over to this party, and we saw it. They showed it. It was like the 50-foot bed or whatever the shit was. Don't that look like they've been doing this shit for a long time? And let me just tell you this. If you look close at the picture, like you'll see that Aaliyah, God rest Aaliyah's soul, Aaliyah is like in the middle. Andre Harrell got his arm around Aaliyah. But Aaliyah got her hand on Andre Harrell's leg, on his inner thigh, and she got her other hand on Diddy's inner thigh. It's not a comfortable look. And she in the middle. And it just looked crazy. This was before her and Dame got together, because you can clearly see Dame was there with a white girl. Dame used to be on the white girl tip all the time. You understand? And so Dame is over here. But eventually, this circle gets spun around. It gets spun. And Dame ends up being with Aaliyah, right? We already know Diddy was with J Lo. And right after she gave him the gat to shoot the lady in the face, she bounced and was like, I'm out of here. I don't mess with Puff no more. I'm going another direction, the whole 9 yards. But just to look at this picture, y'all, they've been freaking. And I keep telling y'all, this stuff has been going on for a long time. This is Aaliyah, you know, and Diddy on the sidebar, you know what I'm saying? Andre Harrell was the man then. He was the man. He was the main man back then. But then they said Andre Harrell, you know, he ended up being a little flamey later. And then we know Diddy was flaming now. And they supposedly were flaming together. And, you know, there are stories out there that Andre Harrell was the one who turned Diddy out along with Clive Davis. You never know. But we do know. And I love the baby girl. I didn't like to see this picture when I saw it, but I wanted to bring it to y'all so y'all can see what I see. Because this, John, to me, it speaks volumes to everything that these people are into and about and what they have been about and into for a long time. So Dame can sit around and say this, that, and the third, but it's certain things that when you talk about it, I ain't talking about just Aaliyah. Certain things when you talk about it, oh, Dame get very defensive. They all do, because it's like this, y'all. Bottom line is, everybody know that by the time people get to be 16 and 17, girls be messing with whoever they want to mess with. A lot of girls mess with dudes that's older or whatever the case. That's just been happening forever. The fact that everybody is making it out to be something else, it is, especially if these girls are not willing. But some girls at 16 and 17 are grown. They really are not in age, but they grown. And you already know the ones that I'm talking about. They in the hood. They've been messing with other dudes. Would people be as mad when they know that these girls are messing with dudes in the hood and stuff like that? Especially like, I'm talking about 10, 15 years ago. Not right now. People were just allowing everything to be okay. And these same things that were okay then, people are going to jail for now. And I don't know, like, the way that this sex thing is going, I don't know that it's going to stop here. I told you, I feel like the government is now invited themselves into all of our bedrooms. And whatever you're doing, because having baby oil, it's not a crime. Having threesomes, foursomes, orgies, freak-offs is not a crime. The crime comes in when he was videotaping people and blackmailing people and so forth, the blackmail part of it. But is that enough to go to jail for life? No, I don't believe so. But when you add all of the things that this man has done to all of the people that he has done them to, from his artists, stealing everybody's money, just doing everything, making everybody feel less than who they are. Everybody had to bow down to this nigga, having people do crimes, having people, all the stuff that they have listed in his loss and these lawsuits and the filings against him, all the stuff that we know he did, the way he beat Cassie down. You know, it wasn't the first time. He beat down plenty of women. We heard about the Kim Porter beatings, and he broke her nose and all that. But he broke Kim's nose and everything like that. And none of this happened because she's a black woman. Nobody cared as much. That's what bothers me about the whole joint. It's like, yo, Diddy been doing stuff all the time.